called Lily, Rosemary, and the Jack of Hearts. The festival was over, the boys were all playing for the fall. The cabaret was quiet, except for the drilling in the wall. The curfew had been lifted, and the gambling wheels shut down. Anyone with any sense had already left town. He was standing in the doorway, looking like the Jack of Hearts. He moved across the mirrored room, set it up for everyone, he said. And everyone commenced to do what they were doing before he turned his head. Then he walked up to a stranger and he asked him with a grin, "Could you kindly tell me, friend, what time the show begins?" Then he moved into the corner, face down like a Jack of Hearts. Backstage, the girls were playing, 5 cards stood by the stairs. Lily had 2 queens, she was hoping for a third to match her pair. Outside, the streets were filled up, the windows open wide. A gentle breeze was blowing, you could feel it from inside. Lily called another bet and drew up the Jack of Hearts. Big Jim was no one's fool, he owned the town's only diamond mine. He made his usual entrance, looking so dandy and so fine. With his bodyguards and silver cane in every herring place, he took whatever he wanted to and made it all a waste. But his bodyguards and silver cane were no match for the Jack of Hearts. Rosemary combed her hair, took a carriage to town. She slipped in through the side door, looking like a queen without a crown. She fluttered her false eyelashes and whispered in his ear, "Sorry, darling, that I'm late," but he didn't seem to care. He was staring into space, over at the Jack of Hearts. I know I've seen that face before, but Jim was thinking to himself, maybe down in Mexico, or pictured upon somebody's shelf. And then the crowd began to stamp their feet, and the house lights grew dim, and in the darkness of the room it was only Jim and him, staring at a butterfly who just threw the Jack of Hearts. Lily was a princess, she was fair-skinned and precious as a child. She did whatever she had to do, she had that certain flash every time she smiled. She'd come away from a broken home, had lots of strange affairs, men in every walk of life took her everywhere, but she'd never met anyone quite like the Jack of Hearts. The judge came in unnoticed and was being wined and dined. The drilling in the wall kept up, but no one seemed to pay it any mind. It was snowing around until Lily had Jim's ring. Nothing would ever come between Lily and the king. No, nothing ever would except maybe the Jack of Hearts. Rosemary started drinking hard and seeing her reflection in the night. She was tired of the attention, tired of playing the role of Big Jim's wife. She had done a lot of bad things, even once tried suicide. Was looking to do just one good deed before she died. She was gazing to the future, riding on the Jack of Hearts. Lily took her dress off and buried it away. As she looked around, she laughed at him. Well, I guess she knew it would someday. Be careful not to touch the wall with a brand new coat of paint. a saint. Down the hallway footsteps were coming for the Jack of Hearts. The backstage manager was pacing all around by his chair. There's something funny going on, he said. I can just feel it in the air. He went to get the hanging judge, but the hanging judge was drunk. As the leading actor hurried up by costume with a monk. There was no actor anywhere better than the Jack of Hearts. No one knew the circumstance, but they say it happened pretty quick. The door to the dressing room burst open and a cold revolver clicked. And Big Jim was standing there, you couldn't stay surprised. Rosemary right beside him, steady in her eyes. She was with Big Jim, but she was leaning to the Jack of Hearts. 2 doors down, the boys finally made it through the wall and cleaned out the bank safe. It said they got up quite a haul. In the darkness by the riverbed, they waited on the ground. One more member who had business back in town, but they couldn't go no further without the Jack of Hearts. Next day was hanging day. The sky was overcast and black. Big J lay covered up, killed by a penknife in the back. And Rosemary on the gallows, she didn't even blink. The hanging judge was sober, he hadn't had a drink. The only person on the scene missing was the Jack of Hearts. The cabaret was empty now. The sign said closed for repairs. Lily had already taken all of the dye out of her hair. She was thinking about her father, who she rarely saw. Thinking about Rosemary, thinking about the law. But most of all, she was thinking about the Jack of Hearts.